It is Saturday morning now, the 25th of September, and with these views that follow, I will use to introduce my video which will be uploaded tomorrow on the Sunday. And I thank all my viewers for watching and all the businesses, etc., who allow me to make these videos. Now this video coming up has quite a lot in it, so I mustn't mess about or hang about. I'm going to start it right away, again thanking those two parties very much. I do hope you enjoy the following. It is going to be one very busy week here at the build of the Holiday Inn. In front is one of many lots of transporters that are due over the next 3 days. They are all carrying a bathroom pods. Yes, on this transporter there will be 4 large bathroom pods, just like the ones we see at the Premier Inn. And there's 144 of them that have to arrive here. So a very busy week indeed for this area of the build of the Holiday Inn. Hopefully I've just found a suitable viewing area to see if we can see a lift. Oh, that's marvellous. Yes, we can now see 2 of the bathroom pods all being transported via this tower crane, and it's going to go right over the other side where the build is of the Holiday Inn itself. Oh, you might be interested to know these have arrived from Hull, and the transporter driver tells me that 2.5 hours on the road one way is the usual time for the journey. There we are, they're being swung round right to the build itself. This is the same lift. I've just reversed a few paces, and those 2 pods now, they will arrive safely on the build itself. Now, the transporter that you see earlier, that carried 4 pods. So you can imagine it's going to be very busy here for this site to receive 144 of them. A great job done by the tower crane on this Monday morning here. I've just made it down to our principal viewing area. The security was there and they invited me to take a video of another 2 pods, the final 2 pods on this transporter. So here it is. It's being swung round now. And just to repeat, this is from our principal viewing area. The security here are also very keen to see this. They enjoy watching progress like this. Just coming round now. The final 2 of 4 that was on that transporter that we see. Well, these views will now complete our visit today on the Monday to this going to be very busy indeed week at the Holiday Inn and the tram lines. There we are, landing safely. Bye-bye now, bye-bye. The entrance and the exit for all cars at the Hounds Hill car park Now across the road, I'd like you to see all the screening off of this area of the build. Have just crossed over the road, and I'm going to show you now a long shot view of the whole of this build here that has been very securely and safely screened off with these ultra strong security panels. A good job done here. We've moved right down now. Now that's the entrance of the Hounds Hill shopping centre itself. And in front are these two big gates. Now they're here to allow the entrance for all the plant machinery and all the equipment and materials that will be needed at this build of the cinema and restaurants. Yes, the only entrance available to all those vehicles. And with a second look through these gates, this ends our visit today to the build of that cinema complex and restaurants, etc.
Oh, this has worked out very well for me. In front, Mr. Ross, Robin Ross himself. Let's go upstairs because he has some information for us.
I do.
We are in Robin's studio now. I'm going to hand you right over and he has a message for you.
Thank you, Colin. Very kind. As always, you're on the streets of Blackpool with all the information. Yes, have a solo exhibition. Opens at Hive Cafe, which is in between, basically I suppose, in between the Winter Gardens and the Grand Theatre. Opens there on the 7th. That's the preview night, and we do have 1 or 2 tickets for the preview night available from Hive. Available from Hive or the Breadbasket. Hopefully nothing will fall off the wall if everything goes according to plan. So the show opens on the 8th, but there are 1 or 2 invites for the 7th, that's the Thursday evening, available from Hive or the Breadbasket in Abingdon Street. And we'll now clean up the studio and put everything back where it was before.
Robin, thank you very, very much for this and all the best to you.
Thank you, Colin.
That's the Winter Gardens on the other side of the road. Now I've just walked you round here to show you where that solo show will take place. This is the Hive. I wish Robin and the Hive every success with this wonderful solo show. That's the North Pier down there, and if I was to pan to my left, you will see the building that was once known as the Ibis Hotel. Now this has slipped under my radar because it is now under the ownership of Foreshores. I'm going to take you to see this blue circular plaque. This building, full of history. It goes back a long time. In actual fact, right the way back to the year 1780. Foreshores were the first proprietors here, and now they have come back to once again take it over. We will have a quick look at the rear of the building now. Now, as you can see, this is how it looks now. However, it is going to be tenderly and gently restored to its former glory. I don't believe this is anything to do with Foreshores. This is another company. I believe that's right. But Foreshores has a lovely and great website. Please visit it. With another view of this facade of the now known as the Foreshores Hotel, this concludes our visit today here. But please don't forget to visit their own website. It's very good. The rooms inside look magnificent. We are approaching our secondary viewing area at the build of Robertson's, who are building this Holiday Inn Hotel. And in front, yes, we have a different transporter here this morning. I am now standing on a very safe flight of stairs. And in front, you can see that transporter now from a different angle. And on it is some metal internal wall partitions. Yes, that's what they are, internal partitions. And on this transporter, there are 22 of these, and they're going to be taken off via that tower crane. We can actually see a lift here now, and that's one of the sections of the internal wall partitions in front, which is going to be lifted very safely and carefully onto the build here of the Holiday Inn. And you can see some very important members of Robertson's standing on that build. They're very important to the crane driver. They will guide and tell via a radio and also hand signals of what is happening down here to the crane driver. This lift hasn't got very far to go. You will actually see it, hopefully, coming to land. And yes, it's being lowered now. The crane driver expertly going to land this unit here right on the top there. And it's being greeted again by the ground contractors and safely in place. That's our visit today to the build of the Holiday Inn. Opposite now is the facade of Sherlocks. Now yesterday, which was Tuesday, I was inside here and I was totally amazed at the progress inside. The two partners have worked ever so hard, and the contractors they have employed as well, they've been brilliant inside. Now the plan is that Carl and his partner hope to have this work finished the last week in October. And then the next week will be just kept to, shall we say, seeing any snagging problems and having invited guest rounds previous to the opening of this, which is hoped and known to be November the 5th. Yes, that is the expected opening date of Sherlocks, November the 5th. We wish Gary and Carl all the very best here, and we will see them when they open. Inside is fantastic. You'll have to come and see. I don't have the words to tell you what it's like. It's incredible. Some further information about Carl and his partner of Sherlocks. This is where they eat twice a day. The two partners are present at Sherlocks 18 hours every day. And this lovely restaurant, which serves excellent food, this is what keeps them going. Bren's. Marvellous food here. And that completes our visit today to these two units, the Bren's and Sherlocks. I have just left the Hounds Hill shopping centre, and much to my surprise and joy, this is what I find. We have another viewing area for this build of the cinema, restaurants, etc. I'm so thrilled with this because I thought all we had was those two gates that we saw previously this week. But as you can see, there is this viewing area here at the moment. So this is what's going on at the old car park outside the Hounds Hill shopping centre. A new cinema here and restaurants, etc. So that's our visit today here. Just 100 yards from where we have last videoed that car park. And we find ourselves looking at the entrance of these new tea rooms where they will be showing local artists' work. So we're going to go inside and see the progress. Oh, can you notice those planters outside? They enhance this area greatly. A nice job that. Inside now, and there's rapid progress that's been made here since our last visit. All nicely tidied up. And there's those two great doors that we like very much. And that beautifully finished silk-like wall. And oh, there's Pablo. Hello, Pablo. Now, all the work that you've seen here is down to Pablo. 95% of the work Pablo has done. Now we're going to move into the next area now, which is the actual tea rooms itself. And you will notice the great selection of chairs and tables. And this shelf here, as you can see, you can charge your phone up here. And some more very exquisite tables and chairs here. Notice the flooring. One could say coordination here without a doubt. Now the preparation area here. Can you notice that sink and the tap? A beautiful cabinet in front. Oh, another look at that tap and sink there. And a coffee machine right next door. Beautiful work. Pablo thinks perhaps 2 weeks and then this will be operational. Very well thought out indeed. And with a look at Pablo inspecting that door, this completes our visit here today. Friday's video starts with a visit to the build of the Holiday Inn and all the tramline works. Now hopefully you will see the wonderful progress made here. All those concrete panels now, they go the whole length of this build now on this particular story. And I do hope you can see the placings of those internal partitions. We go to our next viewing area now, a very good and clear one, this one. A clear and very safe view of one of the sides of this build here. And hopefully you have a clear view here of those internal partitions that were placed, and also those packages that you can see, they're bathroom pods, all placed here for this particular story. We see them arrive earlier during the week. We now progress now to another viewing area. From a view opposite Markellis, we can see that a pump has arrived here today, so we must now go to our principal viewing area and see this. We are at our principal viewing area now, and this allows us to see the arrival and the working of this concrete mixer alongside that pump. They work together. Yes, the concrete today all needed for the tram lines. A view of the build of the Holiday Inn itself, and returning to the concrete mixer. This will end our visit today to the build of the Holiday Inn and the tram lines. And this is the part of the video where I thank everybody for watching it. And now what follows is I have some clips, and they're all from last evening on the Friday, the 24th of September. I do hope you enjoy them. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.